Recording again?
Yeah.
Right. So battery wheel, so do check it regularly. I always check mine before I go away each time.
Yeah.
It is important. If you've got a torque spanner, obviously all the better. If you haven't, you can just use a wheel nut, but don't over tighten it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes over tightening can be just as bad as under tightening it.
Yeah.
Also on your plate there, obviously you've got your VIN number and tyre pressure, obviously the other important one.
Oh yeah.
You've got 58 psi on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Then on down the side we've got electric outlet. Also, which you probably didn't, well, not that I've seen on any other caravans or motorhomes, it's got an external TV point.
Oh.
So it's got the arm, you can obviously screw that to your TV.
Oh yes, that's handy.
Yeah, so obviously you can take that off and take it in once you're travelling. Obviously you don't want to put it in there, otherwise it's a little small TV.
Yeah.
You've got 240 there, 12 volt there, and aerial point as well. So if you've got an awning, you're sitting in the awning, you can watch the TV.
Wow.
Okay.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the only van I've ever seen it with the arm.
Yeah. What's this do?
That's 240. So
Oh,
you've got and 240 outlet there as well.
output.
And you've got TV,
Okay.
240 there as well. Gas barbecue point, so that's
Yeah.
an external one of them as well.
Yeah. That's handy.
And looking through here, you see there, that's your alarm box.
Oh right.
So
yeah.
that's runs off the 12 volts from your leisure battery. Also, it's got its own internal battery.
Yeah.
So if say someone's disconnected the leisure battery or it's drained down, then it will operate off its own battery for at least two or 3 months on standby.
Yeah.
Will recharge as soon as you plug 214 anyway.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is operated by. Hopefully the keys have just been done. There we are. Right. So that's operated by a fob. So obviously keys. One key does all. You see that? One key does all. One and a spare. Obviously one and a spare of your fob as well.
Yeah.
Top one does torch. Second button down. One beep on. One flash of the marker lights. So that's alarm set. 2 beeps off. 2 flashes. Right. Okay. So it's one press each time. So that sets the alarm. It also, if you subscribe to Tracker, it will actually operate the tracker as well. So it'll arm the tracker, I should say. Okay.
Yeah. It should have a tracker on this.
Yeah, it's got a tracker on it, but you need to subscribe to Tracker to
later on,
receive it. Yeah. And then warning light, you can press that on and off externally as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, certainly won't get sight up with that bar.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're quite bright, and people tend
No, I
to
meant with
forget
the noise.
Oh, the noise. Yeah, you don't want to be sitting that off in the middle of it.
Oh, I've been known
we
to.
will.
Oh, I've done. Yeah.
Yeah, his favourite occupation.
Yeah. I bet everybody loves that.
Yeah, not really.
Right. So, I'll just put my slippers on so I don't want to get the carpet dirty. I'll shut that because I'm bound to get some noise from outside anytime soon. Right. So, when you come into your van, obviously normally you will switch on your 12 volt systems, okay, which is that there, okay?
Right.
So this is your menu scroll, up or down. If you scroll one way or the other, it comes back to the same point, and then select is that one there. This side is your water pump, then your master switch for your main lights, master switch for your dimble lights, and awning light.
Okay.
Just think we've got all lights on, yeah. So obviously the control panel looks a bit dull at the moment. Wave at it, it lights up. So it's not on all the time, it obviously goes off until you want to have a look to see what's on there.
Right.
At the moment in the centre there is showing your voltage of your battery. So it's going for a charge at the moment, so that's why it's showing 14.4. Obviously if no electric is connected, you will see obviously the real value of your battery. This little L up here, that's to say we've got a leisure battery connected, little flash of electric, we've got electric connected, clock, and obviously as I said, leisure charging. If I press the arrow up or down, it comes back to the same point as I said. Next one is Sargent, so that is the manufacturer of the electronics, so that's the system we're running on there. System settings, we can pair your phone up via Bluetooth through there, and the clock, the time, the date, the hour, and how long that screen stays lit can all be done through there.
Yeah.
Fridge settings, so this system can talk to the fridge, and it can also talk to the heating, it can talk to the lights. It's obviously this via your app you can do. Heater, so as I said, it will talk to the heating as well. Dimmer level, so above the lockers are dimmable lights. You can manually do that from here. So you can see it's at 100% at the moment. If I just press the select button, press it again. It's dropped down to 5%. Now you can see the front ones now are just dimmed. Okay, so you can set that to whatever, all the way up to 100%, depending where how bright you like it. Okay. Next one, internal temperature. So this is not the air temperature, this is what this is showing this side on the heating control panel. That is actually the core temperature of your van. Okay, so the fabric. That noise is a compressor. That's why I shut the door, because it makes a bit of a racket, that compressor at the back. Right, so that's the core temperature, is not the air temperature that is on your heating control panel. AC limit. So on site you plug your electric into a bollard. If you overdo it, you can trip that bollard. Okay, so if you go and start plugging loads of stuff in and switching things on, it will likely to trip it depending on what ampage they can give you. Club sites tend to give you about 16 amp. Others can be less, 10 amp.
Yeah.
Or go into Continent, you might even be 5 amp.
Yeah.
So you can actually set a limit. So in the centre is actually what we're using. If I press 5 amp, so that shows we're still under that. So we're quite safe. We shouldn't trip the bollard that we're connected to anyway. If, say, you switch the kettle on, that took it above the limit, what it will do, if you've got your heating running on electric, it will shut the electric down on the heating for that period of time as the kettle's on, and then the kettle switches off,
Oh wow, that's good, isn't it?
and then power will automatically come back up on your boiler.
Yeah.
So it's there to try and prevent you from tripping it.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you switch a load of electrical stuff on, then it could still trip. But so that you can set all the way up to 16 amp. Depending on what site you're on, okay, or off, and you just be careful how much you're using. Select battery. So you could, if your car was still attached on site, you could select the car battery, but obviously not a good idea. And some of these modern cars that go and flat the battery might not be a good idea. Solar power. Oh, they just compressed it up now. Solar power. So you got a solar panel on the roof. Obviously, it will give you so much energy to charge your battery. It's only a trickle charge, so obviously if it's a bit dull or you got a cover over it, it's not going to work so well. It's not there to light up everything in your van. It's only there just to trickle charge it. So when you're in storage, if you haven't got power to it, it'll just keep trickle charging as long as you've got daylight, and stop your battery from dying if it's left for a long period without any charging it. No vehicle battery, so if your car was attached, it would show you that and what voltage that was at. Back round to laser charging. So we've done a full circuit now, and we're back to Sargent. Okay, happy with that? So your master switch your 12 volts on. That's the important bits. Switching your 12 volt systems on when you're obviously using your van. Water pump, then your master switch, so that will shut the main lights off. Obviously you can see the lights at the front there, the awning one. Awning. That's your dimmable lights, so that's off that one now.
Yeah.
And then your awning, which is obviously outside, is that one there.
Yeah.
So they are individually switched, but you need to switch them on for them to
Okay.
all come on anyway. Okay.
Yep.
Happy with that bit?
Yeah.
So far.
So far, yeah.
So we'll jump across to the heating side now, as we're pretty close.
Yeah.
So the Aldi system is one unit sitting in that corner, heating the hot water tank, and the system that is also circulating around, very similar to a domestic system, but obviously a caravan version of. On-off button is there. Green light, that's to say we're okay. If it's red, then normally it will, in writing there, will be telling you something. Gas failure is the main one you probably will see if you haven't turned your gas on or you've run out of gas. So that's the common one you may see. Shown in the centre there, that's your room temperature, as I said. That little plug there, that's to say we've got electric available.
Right.
So we're not necessarily operating on electric, it's just there, we know we're available. So there's a switch which I'll show you on the consumer unit which says water heater, or water and heating. And if that's not switched on, little plug's not there, you're not going to be operating on electric. And what you should also have, which you just want to show you, right, we can go as maximum 30 degrees.
Oh.
There we go, right. So that little icon there is a circulation pump for your heating. Okay, if that's there, obviously it's circulating around the van. If it's not there, it's not circulating around the van, obviously your heating's not operating. Okay, so that is thermostatic.
Could it be not operating because it's reached the right temperature?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was,
Yeah.
that's what I was just going to say.
Yeah.
So it's thermostatically controlled. So when it gets to temperature, it will switch itself off, or it will switch itself back on again if it obviously temperature drops if someone's left the door open, or use all the hot water. Not hot water bit on the heating side. But okay. So to change anything, press the menu button. So you can see I've increased to 30 degrees.
Yeah.
That's your maximum.
Very nice. Yeah.
So you just set your thermostat to wherever you feel comfortable. So I don't know, 22, 23, depends on how warm you like it. Next one is your water heating. So that's water heating off. Press the plus button, half a triangle coloured in, that's your normal running for your water heating. Okay. If you want to, you can boost it. So if I press the plus button again, full triangle coloured in now, that's going to boost the hot water tank for a period of 30 minutes. So say you wanted to use a shower on board or do a lot of washing up, you can boost it. You can boost it for that period of time. Yeah. So I don't like doing lots of washing up.
Yeah.
So that will run for that period. Obviously, if you want to use a shower, you switch it on 30 minutes before you want it, and it gives you that extra hot water.
Yeah.
What it will do in the meantime is switch the circulation pump off because it doesn't want the heating drawing the heat away from the boiler in that period of time.
How big is a hot water tank?
But it's about the same as the other one, which is about 10 litres.
Okay.
Okay, so you can obviously leave it running for 30 minutes, or you can switch it back manually if you wanted to. and then that will, as long as it's within the temperature range, it will allow the circulation pump to come back on. Okay, energy wise, that's all energy off. Yes, I know that. Yes, so it's heating error because of. Right, as I said, this will talk to that. If there's a heating error here, it will tell you on here as well. To shut it up, just press the select button. Because what I've done, I've just shut everything off. That's why it didn't like it. So we've got energy of 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts. So something similar to your combi, you probably add up to about 2 kilowatts on your combi. This one's got up to 3 kilowatts. And then also you've got gas, or you can do electric on its own, gas on its own, or both together. Okay,
right.
So I'll just go.
You don't have like fiddly little buttons on the floor then.
No, that's it. It's all control. Once you set it up, that's it. It just runs on its own. Unless you just want to increase the temperature a little bit or decrease the temperature a little bit.
Will it automatically, if you have it on gas, does it automatically switch to electricity?
Not automatically, no. So if I set that like that now, it will use both energies from cold to get up to temperature. Then it's prioritised to electric. It'll shut the gas off. So it'll tick over nicely on electric until again someone leaves the door wide open, use all the hot water. Gas will kick in alongside, bring it back up to temperature, shut the gas off again.
Right.
So it's not using the gas all the time,
Right.
but it'll use it when it needs it. Okay. Because obviously 2 kilowatt on its own is not a huge amount of energy.
No.
Which you may find in a combi boiler, especially when it's really cold. Obviously it's warmed up a little bit now, but a couple of weeks ago it was pretty freezing. You'd have 2 or 3 kilowatts. You're probably struggling at 4 o'clock in the morning to keep the heat that you want. So a bit of gas as well would keep it up the temperature. Okay, happy with that bit? There is further menu. I don't know if you want me to go through that as well. There's quite a few different icons in that. It's up to you.
What's ACC mean?
That's not connected. That's if you had air conditioning.
Oh, okay. So I thought I was going to say. Yeah.
So obviously that's not connected. That's why that's grey. Okay. Happy with that bit? Yeah. So you're happy that obviously you can change the temperature, you can switch your water heater on, energy, electric or gas.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what you can see from temperature wise.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Presume there's a handbook comes with this.
No.
Oh no.
They don't come with them now. on your app.
Yeah.
They've got individual appliance books, but not the manual that you used to have. That's online now. So on your app, when you connect remotely, it will recognise your van, and you can see your manual via that on your phone.
All right.
So they've taken that book
That's
away
the Swift
now.
command that
Yes.
which I haven't got.
Yeah. Okay, you can also see it on the website anyway.
Yeah.
If you go onto the Swift website, you can actually look for handbooks, and you'll see it on there as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So far so good.
If we have a look down here then, this is where there should be the. I'm just thinking now. I'm thinking, is it in that cupboard? All right, definitely there. So I did set this up, so someone else did. Right. So consumer unit. If you remember, what I said about the heating and hot water.
Yeah.
If that is switched off, if you just want to have a look at the heating control panel, there should be a little plug should have disappeared now. In the top right hand corner. Yeah. So if that's not there, obviously you're not going to be operating on electric. You need to make sure you switched it on there. So a little plug should have appeared now. Yeah. So you haven't plugged your electric in, or previous customer may have tripped the bollard. So just check all through them things just to make sure that otherwise you won't have, if you run on gas, if you've got selected gas and electric. Okay, charger button. So this may look similar on your best car, I'm not sure on the what consumer unit would have had. Yeah. Charger unit's there, so obviously as long as you've got 240 connected, charger will charge your battery. 240 trips, is that there? So all your 240s is this side. Reverse polarity, that's just an indicator light. So if you go on the Continent, they wire things slightly different than what we do. You plug your electrics in, come and have a look. If that is lit, then it is reversed. You need an adapter to operate for their electrics. 12 volt fuses, so you can see they're slightly different. So what we've got at the far end, that nice green bright LED there, that's your charger fuse. Obviously as I've switched that off, obviously you've got no power there. Obviously if you haven't connected to electric, there won't be any light there, or if that fuse is gone, again that's no light there. Alongside the LEDs, alongside these fuses, will turn red if that fuse is gone. So it's an indicator.
Good. That's really good, isn't it?
Yeah, because then you're not looking at it and thinking, oh, is it that one? Is it that one? It should. I've only seen it happen once since they've changed it this year. So it does light up when there's a failed fuse. Okay.
Yep.
Happy with that. Right. What we've also got.
Button at the back there?
Which one we're looking? Oh, sorry. Yeah. System shutdown button.
Yeah.
So if you're in storage, you've got no power to it. Obviously, the likelihood is your battery's going to flat over a period of time. you switch that off. That obviously slows the drain down on it. Even though you've got a solar panel, that could actually still keep putting charge to it, as long as you've got daylight and you haven't got a cover on it. Okay. Or
So you don't have to touch that button at all.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Yeah.
You may need to switch it off at some point. That control panel, sometimes the Swift control panel can look strange. So you all do is switch that off, give it a few seconds, switch it back on, it resets that control panel. Sometimes you'll see lots of things on it, or nothing on it, it could be blank. Just switch that off, switch it back on again, it should reset.
Yeah.
Okay. Down this side we've got that's your control box for your mover. So don't put loads of stuff on top of that. When you're using it, if it overheats, it will shut it down. Okay, so what you could suggest, I've got like a fold down box that never folds down; it always stays up, and I put it in here, so it's not going to spill over if you do store anything in there. Yeah, water pump. So you probably didn't see a water pump on your last van; it's probably hidden. Surge damper. So when you shut the taps, you don't get water hammer from the system. Then drain down. So that should look pretty similar to your last one.
Yeah.
As in drain down for your boiler and your tap system.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't drain down the system, that fluid that's circulating for your heating.
No.
That doesn't need draining because that's an antifreeze mix. So you can leave that in the system. Okay. Right. So the water system next. Obviously, the water system is obviously coming from outside this time and not underslung underneath your motorhome.
Yes. Yeah.
So you need to purge the air out of the system. You probably still need to do that with your motorhome as well, anyway. But obviously, the water is now coming from outside.
Yeah.
So before obviously you get water, or even switch your water pump on, make sure drain down's closed, taps are all closed. Then switch the water pump on, because if you switch it on without keeping control of the taps, you're going with water going all over the place. I said that was a bit dark. There we are, that helps. Right, so you probably did pretty similar on your motorhome, as in, I always open up on the cold side first.
Yeah.
One of the reasons for that is, remember I said about the pipe curling up? I know a lot quicker, if there's no water coming through, I know it's curled up and it's sticking in the top and just drawing there.
Yeah.
So obviously get all the air out on the cold side, turn it across to the hot side, then we're going to fill the hot water tank and get rid of the air out of the hot water system. So obviously it takes that a little bit longer. Obviously I've planned it already, or the colleague has planned it for me.
Yeah.
So you'll have a couple of minutes of sputtering air. So if you imagine if you went to the hot side first and tried to do that and that pipe had curled up, you could be there for ages waiting for some water to come through and then realise no, there isn't.
Yeah.
Well, you can see, as you can see the steam coming off that, it's quite warm.
Yeah.
Obviously we've had it running for a while, so it's not instant heat obviously. No. It takes a little while to go. Obviously we've got a bit of air in the drain system. Obviously we're on a slight angle as well, it doesn't help on the drainage. So obviously you make sure you are level. Obviously you would have obviously felt that with your motorhome as well.
Yeah.
But to level a caravan, it's lifting one wheel or the other, same as your motorhome.
Yeah.
But obviously you need the car or your motor mover to push it up onto a ramp or on a block.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will the motor mover move it onto a block then?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, they're pretty good. Pretty good movers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you can just use your car, but mover will do it. Mover will do it. Okay. Right. So water system, do the same with each tap. Get all the air out, otherwise you'll hear the pump running on for a period of time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Happy with that bit?
Yeah.
Cooker shouldn't be too much different, I wouldn't have thought. As you igniter there.
Well, if it works,
If it works, it will be good.
Oh right, well you didn't. You're the one that didn't.
It was the worst thing about it. It was
that's no good.
One of mine hardly ever worked.
Yeah. So, excuse me. So you've got obviously a shut-off valve in the lid.
Yeah.
So obviously make sure it's fully back before you try and light it, and obviously don't put it down if obviously it's hot. Okay. Obviously the grill does exactly the same. Grill pan, obviously slightly bigger than the usual now. So handle inside there. Just make sure this is popping out when you open the grill door.
Oh,
that's to
that's
protect.
good.
Yeah, that's to protect that.
Yeah. I used to have an electric motor used to run under here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Cool
You used to blast hot air out especially in the summer. Anywhere near the cooker, it's like too hot.
Yeah.
Right, microwave. Big button opens it. Obviously, being motorhomes, you'll be aware of anything that rattles and bangs in inside.
Yeah.
But obviously, you won't hear this because you're sitting in that car. But if it does drop down and on there, you're going to be in trouble. Or it could be tears at expense. So I'll just leave that there for now.
Right.
My wife tends to put it in the bowl with a tea towel wrapped around it, stops it banging your head. Right, that's my colleague. He's just checking your wheel nuts. That's nice of him. Right. So that saves me a job. Right. So to operate your microwave, that turny does nothing on its own. Press the microwave button once. That gives you the power. Then 100%, 50%, whatever you want to set it at. Press the microwave button the second time. Then you can turn that for seconds, up in 5-second increments. Then you just press start, away it goes.
Yeah.
Or quick start on the start button, goes up in minute increments, so if you want 2 minutes press it twice and it goes off itself. Okay?
Yep.
And then I'm just trying to think now, is it going to be in this one or that one? No, that was a good guess. Right, your solar panel regulator, so that them 2 lights flashing there, well, the one light flashing and the other one not. So it's totally automatic. It will only, it obviously gives you power when it needs it. If the battery doesn't need it, it's not going to give you power. If there's no sunlight, it's not going to give you power. Top light is red at the moment, it can turn green. Red light means it's giving its all that it can give. If it's green, it's obviously giving it slightly less. Green light flashing is just to say yes, it is operating.
Yeah.
It will. You can see it from up here anyway on that control panel. What's it actually giving? Also, if them lights go out, obviously there are reasons for. One, it's dark, so it's not going to be operating in the dark. Also, if your battery's fully charged, you've got 240 charger on anyway, it obviously doesn't need it, you switch it off as well. And also, if you've not got 240 and your battery's really low, it will actually switch them 2 little lights off to save a fraction of a milliamp to give it all the power to it. Okay, and then also your microwave on-off plug is in there as well.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Right. Next thing we come to is your fridge, which should be slightly different than your last one. Right. Just be careful on the handle. It pivots from one side, so it pivots from this side. I tend to put my thumb there just to help me, so I don't end up pulling it that way. Okay. Then what we got there? So it's obviously got the same kind of thing, as in you use the same kind of energies that your last one did. You can select energy using that one there. It is quite sensitive. So you've got electric, gas, auto. I don't know if you had auto on your previous one, yeah. So you're aware of it. Obviously, it will select electric if electric is available, select gas if electric is not available, and select 12 volts if that's obviously not going to be available because the engine's not, the car's not connected. Okay, so it will beep at you if any of them doesn't like. So if I just put, gone too fast. Right. So you can hear now the control panel up behind me is now beeping away. So to silence that, just press the select button. Obviously this is still beeping at me because we obviously haven't got 12 volts connected as in the car. Okay. If it's doing that on the gas, so gas obviously auto lights. If that fails to light on the gas, obviously one, go and check you have turned the gas on. You haven't run out of gas. You have pressed them buttons. Yeah. The crash sensor button. Then to re-attempt to light it, press and hold the start button until you hear one beep. Take your finger off, and it'll re-attempt to light it. So where it'll be flashing on them 2, it should jump back to 1. Then it should re-attempt to light it. Right. If it fails again, it'll go back to failure again. Press and hold until it goes 1 beep. Right. And then it should relight. Okay. Temperature range, all 5 lit. That's your coldest setting. So that little button there, depending on how warm it is outside and how cold you want the fridge, you just put that to whichever the favourite setting. One thing I like about this fridge is that one is not spring loaded. So when you're in storage, you can leave that open, and it's not going to. Before you probably have to wedge something in it to sort of allow air to circulate. What you can also do is this can come out, and that can come off. You can see by the diagram on there. So if you wanted a taller fridge without an icebox, you can do. But some lady said the other week, well, yeah, I might want extra height for me bottles of wine or whatever, but I want ice with it as well. Yeah. So there's a bit of a no go in there. Yeah. Right, this is beeping at me now because when we first had these this year, I thought it was an error, and the error was me because I left the door open. I was like, oh, what's up with it now? I can't. No, it's me. Yeah. So obviously, you shut the door. It should reset itself.
Good,
okay.
Yeah.
Or not.
Yeah.
Is it not beeping? Or is it?
So, if you're in the car, if you're driving the car, you have to set the car setting, do you? A battery setting, or does it automatically?
If you put it on auto.
Yeah, it does it automatically. Yeah.
Hopefully I'll shoot in a minute. It's going to be cheap now because I left the door open too long. I don't want to open it because then it'll say you've just opened it again. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll just make sure it switches itself off in a minute. Right, bathroom wise, I wouldn't think there's going to be too much difference in here apart from this that's in here. Your Aldi expansion tank. You see that? Which is here.
Oh, right, yeah.
So
yeah.
when it starts, you need to be about a finger width above minimum. Obviously, when it warms up, it will expand
Yeah.
into that. If you need to top it up, is by taking that off there. So obviously, system off first before you do that. It is an antifreeze mix, as I said, so you can get ready mixed for the shop if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Obviously, but there may be a little bit of air in it that may need to come out. I'll say there's a radiator here somewhere, hiding there. So there are certain bleed points in the van. Just trying to see where it is in this one. Is it down there? Before it used to be on the top, but obviously this. Can't see it. Where did they put that? Can't see it for me. There should be one behind the seat for definite. But it used to be on the radiator, but obviously I can't see it on the radiator. So it's a slightly different radiator. Also, we've got aerial, so you may have had the same one as in the directional aerial, and amplifier is that one there. So it's not directional finder for you. It's just obviously power. Just
but that just stays on all the time, doesn't it?
Well, you can switch it on and off
Oh, okay.
if you wanted to. If you were running on 12 volts, you probably might want to switch that off at a certain point, so obviously you're not draining the battery if you're not using the TV. Okay, stupid fridge is not going to shut up now, is it? Oh, what's it? Just so I say that. Right.
Yeah.
Right. On the shower door,
Yeah.
you've got a travel catch. Obviously, you pull it out and just clip it, turn it round, and then obviously you can use it. Obviously, for travelling, make sure it clicks in. You don't want the shower door just bang, 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 bang.
Right.
Also, your shower head. Obviously, very important that you do drain that down for winter. It's got this own little button there for an on-off button. So you use only a certain amount of water as you're using it. If you obviously have it flat out, 2 minutes, that's it. Your shower's kind of gone because you use all the hot water up. Okay, so do make sure you do drain them down. So it's only plastic. Any water held in there obviously can freeze and obviously damage it. Table storage. Just make sure that's got its catch on, which it hadn't. I'll get it in.
There's even a washing line in there.
Is that washing line, yeah?
Oh yeah, got it.
Exciting.
What's up with that now? You want to sit down? There we go. Just getting that square on it, just want to drop in position. So make sure that is secure before you travel. You don't want that bouncing out and pinging around the place. Okay, right. If you want to, you can see if we can want to download the app on your phone.
Yeah.
So I can show you through that.
Okay. So where do I connect the
Where's the
TV
bed?
to? The area
There's your
on
TV point there.
that? Oh, right.
Yeah, so you get 12 volt, 240, and you got external aerial, which is the bottom one, and the onboard aerial, which is the top one.
So, 12 volt one, you say?
Yeah, well, you got 12 volt power point. You know, similar to a cigarette lighter type power. So
But if you connect to 240, it adjusts.
yeah. If you've got 240 connected, you connect to 240.
Yeah.
Some TVs you can get which are 12 volt.
I think ours is actually. I don't know who do
Yeah.
it, but yeah.
Is it? Have you bought it from me or have you?
No, I've had it for
Oh,
years.
oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's certain ones you can plug in at 12 volt. So if you haven't got 240 connected, you can obviously
Yeah.
still watch
yeah.
the TV if you.
Is there? There's a separate connector down here for it as well.
another,
Is it?
another TV.
Oh, that's handy. You lie in bed and
So
watch
that's
it.
just your onboard aerial point
Yeah.
there. Obviously the external area is from this point here.
And there's 2 external sockets here as well. That's good.
Yeah, so you've got 240 and
And there's one there.
yeah, so you've got 240 there as well.
What are those two? Are they just blanks? Those are they?
No, these are light switches. So
Oh,
that one there is your pelmets, that one's your splashback, and that one is a trigger one, which is the one just above the lockers. And then the one above your head, there's a little light switch on there. You can see that there. That switches that one up there. That's it.
oh wow.
So you've got
Yeah.
plenty
Brilliant.
of lights. Plenty of lights. Okay, if you want to get your phone out, we'll just if
Yeah,
you want to
yeah.
upload that onto there.
And the bed, this bit just comes out.
Yeah,
does
yeah,
it?
just slides out the
Slides out.
slats, and then you just
Put these.
so you can tip these over so that's facing the wall
Yeah.
Yeah.
upside down, because obviously otherwise it'd be a very uncomfortable bed because you've got the what you call the knee rolls there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got my phone.
Yeah. So where do you normally get your or when you can get your apps from? I'll just